So here's a training included work from home job that starts July 10th. I'm also throwing in an entry-level remote job hiring in the state of New York and an easy work from home job that looks like they'll give you a computer. And that one is with the company Golden Pet Brands. So Golden Pet Brands has been around since 2022, and they provide premium nutrition-dense pet food and supplements. They have a new opening for a customer care representative. This job is full-time, it is remote, but I do want to go to the application because they do have some extra information I need to share. First of all, they ask us, do you live in Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Georgia, Indiana, Minnesota, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, Tennessee, Utah, or Wyoming? So that tells me they're hiring in those states only. So fingers crossed, hopefully you live in one of those states. Now, I also want to share a little bit about your shift. They tell us this position requires participation in shift bids approximately every 6 months or as much as business needs determine. Schedules may change based on availability and individual performance. And then they ask, are you comfortable with and able to adapt to potential schedule changes as part of this process? And as we go up this application a little bit, they tell us their business hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time Zone hours, and Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time Zone hours. Weekend availability is an essential requirement for this role. All shifts will include working both weekend days. Applicants must be able to work weekends to be considered. And they ask us, are you available to work weekends as part of your schedule? So you need to be available to work Saturday and Sunday between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. and Monday through Friday between the hours of 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. And I'm assuming if you work a weekend, there are 2 days during the week in which you will not work. They tell us you need a quiet, distraction-free workspace equipped with a stable, hardwired internet connection. You're required to have your camera on during meetings, trainings, one-on-ones, and any other collaborative sessions. And they ask us, are you comfortable navigating multiple computer systems and using various software programs while assisting customers over the phone? So reading that statement, I'm pretty sure they're going to provide you with a computer loaded with the appropriate software programs you'll use. And plus, they don't mention anything about computer requirements. And there's one more thing I want to mention. They tell us this is a high-volume call center role where you'll handle 60 to 80 calls per day with minimal downtime between calls. So going back up into the job description, we can see this is your typical customer service call center kind of position where you use multiple systems simultaneously to resolve customer inquiries efficiently and research and reconcile problems by clarifying the customer's concern, determining the root cause of the issue, and explaining the best solution to resolve the issue satisfactorily. So this looks like a pretty good opportunity if you don't mind being on the phone the majority of your day. You have a high school diploma or a GED, and they prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you have some experience in a contact center setting. You're proficient using Windows-based applications, Google Suite, and Microsoft Office software. And you have a working knowledge of call center systems and or workflows. And those last 3 things are just preferred. They're not required. In fact, they tell us they strongly encourage you to apply even if you do not tick all of these boxes. Now, as far as the salary, I'm just scrolling around to see if they share the salary anywhere on this job description. Nope, I don't see it on the description, and I do not see it on the application either. But based on my experience looking at similar roles, I have a feeling this job could pay anywhere from about $16 to $18, maybe $19 per hour, depending on how much related experience you have. But I can't guarantee that salary. You'll have to work it out with them. All right, so here's a work from home job that is hiring remotely in the state of New York. So Freedom Care has an opening for a caregiver benefits specialist. It is remote in the state of New York only. So what you're going to do in this job is focus on enhancing the caregiver's experience by deconstructing complex benefits concepts into digestible pieces to ensure the comprehension of benefits, drive utilization, and improve caregiver satisfaction. You'll provide exceptional customer service while delivering benefits orientations and assisting with health plans, employment verifications, and more. So this job is human resources based. You'll conduct individualized orientation for caregivers to educate them on benefits available to them, provide accrual status and process sick time, and complete employment verifications in a timely manner using Salesforce, MPN, and Knowledge Base to retrieve accurate information. So there's a little clue. They tell us some of the programs they use: Salesforce, MPN, and Knowledge Base. If you're not familiar with those programs, I recommend doing a quick internet search. Get as familiar as you can with them and make sure to include your knowledge of those programs on your resume. So that's the gist of what you're going to do. They list more details. If interested, read through the details. So you'll really stand out for this position if you have a little bit of relevant experience in a similar position, you have experience in high volume inbound and outbound call environment, and you have a proven track record of strong customer focus and adaptability in a high call volume environment. And of course, you need your typical soft skills, including your tech savvy. So remember, this job is hiring remotely in the state of New York, and when it comes to the salary at the bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $18 to $23 per hour. So now let's talk about the work from home job that starts in July and will train you. It comes to us from Mutual of Omaha. They always seem to have pretty good, very beginner friendly work from home jobs that will train you. And this one is for a dental customer service rep. So yep, it is a customer service job. It is full-time. It is remote anywhere within the United States, but you need to get your application in by May 13th, 2026. And they are pretty serious about that. So if you like this job, make sure to get your application in right away. So your paid training class starts July 10th, so that'll be your first day of work, and then after training you'll work between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Central Time Zone hours, Monday through Friday. And you don't have to live in the Central Time Zone, just translate your local hours to those hours. Your shift is based on business needs, and you may occasionally have to work late shifts and overtime. And we can see on this job description, they tell us they'll pay you $20 to $20.50 per hour. So this job is customer service. You'll handle both outbound and inbound calls from dental providers, members, and policyholders regarding dental benefits, claims, and payments, delivering accurate and empathetic service. So yep, it's all about customer service. So you need to be a really good communicator, and you have a little bit of customer service or contact center experience. They tell us health, dental, or insurance background is preferred, and that part is just preferred. It's not required. And if you have a basic knowledge of dental insurance products and you're familiar with medical and dental terminology, definitely go for this opportunity. And they list some preferred requirements. They're just preferred, not required. They include planning and organizational skills with the ability to set priorities. You have basic product knowledge and knowledge of medical terminology. And again, they're just preferred, they're not required. So that's all I have for you in this video. Some pretty good work from home job. It looks like one of them will give you a computer. One of them is hiring remotely in the state of New York, and one of them will train you, and it starts July 10th. Hopefully one of these opportunities works out for you. And if you're looking for more new work from home jobs, you can find some in this video right here. So thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.